Hello everyone. Today I want to show you where I'm up to with this project and to show you all the other projects that I have on my channel that you might like to make. Here we have my most recent make on the channel. It's this granny square blanket where you have 4 granny squares joined together, and then you do granny stitching around the outer edge and then create a border. So you can make these squares absolutely any size that you want. These ones I did 26 rounds each. Then I only did 5 rounds for a border, and then I did a little back post edging. But on this one, I did 19 rounds for each square, joined it up with that pale rose, and now I'm going to do 19 rounds of granny crochet in the exact same colorway as the square. So I think that should look quite nice. And then I will come up with a border. I promised you a nice edging, I have a few on the channel that you can use, that you can choose from, but I'm also going to create a different one for this blanket. So it's getting there now, and I'm really happy with it. I'm loving the colorway that accidentally evolved. I had 3 other colors in with this, and that was copper, gold, and toy. I took them out and this became such an Easter inspired colorway. I can't believe it just happened naturally. But I'm really happy with this. And of course I'll do the pink as the edging. I think that'll look really nice. Okay, so that's project number 1. Project number 2 is a temperature blanket. This is my temperature blanket for 2025. I'm just about up to date. What I did recently was a whole lot of the little centers, just so it makes it quick and easy for me. The temperature blanket that you'll see on my channel is this one from last year. So that's 2024's temperature blanket. Now I have quite a few tutorials which you can follow to create this. What I have here to help you with your temperature blankets is this little workbook. And I hope it's been of great help for you in combination with the tutorials for this blanket. I've been getting some photos of your temperature blankets, which is absolutely wonderful. I love seeing them. And at the end of each month, I will do a slideshow showing people what you've been making. If you would still like one of these little workbooks, I'll pop my email address up next, so you can send me a message and I will send it out to you. The temperature blanket has been super popular, and I have just loved reveling in the midst of all the fun that you've created with that. It's also been really nice getting to know you when you send me an email. It just gets us that little bit closer, getting to know each other, and that's something that I really am loving about being here. The next project I've got on the go is a 2025 sampler blanket. So I am choosing all the different patterns to create little granny squares, which will join at the end of the year and make a sampler blanket. This has just been so much fun. I've got a list of all the patterns that I want to do for you, and they are aiming at being mildly textured for this one. Maybe next year I'll do a highly textured or a lacy version, but this year just keeping it mild. So that is the only theme of the blanket. And there's so many more pretty ones to come. The beauty about these is they really are super easy. They are a great learner's project because most of them you only need to know slip stitch, single crochet and double crochet. I will mention if the pattern has another stitch beyond those three, just to let you know, and you might even want to have a go, because I'm hoping that for anyone who is on their L plates, that these squares might help you gain a whole lot more confidence with your crochet. But I'm really so happy with these. They're gorgeous, and I think the blanket's going to be amazing. You wouldn't believe that every lady that I know of who is making these is doing an absolutely stunning job of them. I cannot wait to show you their blankets at the end of the year. Oh, they're just beautiful. They're color coordinated. Their work is so neat. They look fantastic. Well done, you guys. You're making me so happy. I'm actually going to pop in an extra 2 for this month because I was sick last month and I only got 2 in instead of 4. I'm going to do 6 for the month of March. Okay, just in case you're wondering why I was jamming so many squares in the month. The project I did before that is this Tunisian blanket. So I thought to myself, a good summer project would be some Tunisian squares. So I have tutorials for all of these, and they are all made from the Tunisian simple stitch. All we've done is changed the side that we add the colour into, and some of them of course have done more colours. See these? They may look tricky, but they're not. They're so easy. It's all about which side you add the colour into. And that one's really lovely as well. So if you want to have a go at a few Tunisian squares, just to see how you feel with it, that's the project for you. These are the ones I love so much. This is what I call my little rustic flower pouch. It's got granite stitch on the back and tiny little granny squares on the front with flowers that have that in the centre. And I think they're just gorgeous. I made 2 sizes. So one only has 1 round around the granny square and the other pouch has 2 rounds. Just the same on the back. I teach you how to put this lining in and do the zipper, which is no mean feat. Oh man, it tried me, but I was so happy with the result. They're not too bad. They don't take up too much time to make. So have a go. I think they're easier than they look. Let's see if you agree. Then we have this tote bag. This one was made for the 2025 Made in Australia crochet along. We had to choose something of inspiration from Australia. So I chose the Exmouth colourways. That is a place in Western Australia where the desert meets the sea. It's red soil and turquoise waters, and the wildlife, the ocean wildlife, is just amazing. It's such a beautiful yet isolated place. So that's what I chose to do for my crochet along. I'm actually hoping that next year we might do that same crochet along again. This also is quite an easy make, and I take you through how to crochet around the handles, making it very easy to attach the crochet portion to the calico tote bag. And there's my favourite little flowers again. Now I have 3 crochet square patterns up. They're beautiful overlay crochet. This one was made by Lena from Crochet, and its name is the April Blossom Square. These other 2 were made by myself with an Instagram friend in a game called What Were You Thinking? So myself and my friend would design every second round to come up with something that we would never have known what it would look like. So this one's called the Patch of Posies. And this one is the Springtime Blossom Square. So they're sitting there waiting for you if you feel like making something pretty just because you feel like it. We can do those things without having to have an exact use for our projects. Sometimes we just want to crochet for calm, just enjoy what we're making. I've got 2 face scrubbies and I have no idea where they are. So of course, I'll let you know in the next slide where you can find them. They're ideal for people who are more than happy to rewash their scrubbies instead of using single-use wipes to take off your makeup. And they're also a good beginner pattern too. The next project is Isabel's Granny Square blanket. I don't have it in my hand because it's at its forever home. But what I did in the tutorial was to create a mini version of her blanket so that I could teach you everything you needed to know to crochet one of those for yourself. Look at this border. I love this border so. There's a tutorial there for that, so if you would ever like to add that to any of your blankets, feel free. Then there is the Granny Square blanket, which is one big granny square in these gorgeous colours with a pom-pom edging. Again, this looks harder than it really is. It's really quite simple and it looks so effective. Only on certain projects though. It's not the sort of edging that I would put on every project. You just know when it's right. Super cute. So it's full tutorial for that. Again, you can add that to any of your projects as well. Now, another tutorial that I've got is the Battenberg blanket. It's my little granddaughter Banksy's special Nana blanket, and I have full tutorial on there for you. I just made another mini version because it had already gone to its forever home, but it's super easy, uses up scraps, and I also did a really cute border on it, a little picot border. So there's another one that you can use. I seem to be liking these different edgings, which is really great. And I'm hoping to come up with a nice one for the blanket I'm making at the moment too. So if you want to do the Battenberg blanket, you can either follow my instructions or you can go to Sandra Cherry Hart, who actually created the Battenberg blanket. And last of all is this wild pink blanket with 25 granny squares. They are all free patterns and they are over the top with all the different crochet stitches and techniques. So again, it's another one you could dip in and out of and just pick one or more granny squares if you just want to try that out. Or you can make the whole blanket. I say wild because it's intense. There's a lot of different crochet going on there. But it turned out looking beautiful, and I gave it away to someone for Christmas who loves pink, and she just is so happy with her pink blanket. So there we have 15 projects on my channel that I've created for you and I to enjoy. I hope you'll find something there that you'll really like. And if you do enjoy crocheting one of my projects, feel free to send me in a photo so I can share with our whole group of us. Thank you for being here. I'm having a ball and I really hope that you are too. Bye for now, everyone. I'll talk to you again soon.